Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, oh my God, to this day, versus Anthony Joshua. They could both appear on the same card in Saudi Arabia at the end of this year against separate opponents. That is what I want to talk about in this video. So make sure you stay tuned. Let's talk about it. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. We have some interesting news. Some would even say breaking news about, oh my God, Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. It is being reported. Dan Rayfield is the first person that I've seen report this, and he's suggesting that his sources have included him or hipped him to the idea of they're trying to make a card in Saudi Arabia that has like a heavyweight card, Anthony Joshua on the same card with Deontay Wilder. But here's the kick: in separate bouts. So they would be scheduled to fight their own independent foe in opposition as opposed to fighting each other. So the rumored name for Anthony Joshua would be Anthony Joshua versus Otto Wallin. And for me, I think that's a tough fight. I'll explain more in a second. For Wilder, they're talking about Joseph Parker, right? And the reason why I said Anthony Joshua versus Joseph Parker, to me, is it's a difficult fight, because I think Otto Wallin, he just beat Murat Gassiev, if I'm not mistaken, and that's a big puncher. So he's been in there with punchers. He's been in there with Tyson Fury. Gave Tyson Fury a definite run for his money. Tyson Fury's face was all cut up, and Tyson Fury has like these. Tyson Fury completely fights different than Joshua. Tyson Fury has been known to kind of get dirty and dirty box and things like that when the going gets tough. Plus, he's bigger. He's 6'9", and Joshua is about 6'6". So he's a big dude. Tyson Fury showed heart, and he showed the ability to, you know, rough his opponent up or kind of fight dirty if need be. Joshua, a lot of people question his heart, and when the going gets tough, will Joshua get going? So as far as I can see it, I think a guy like Otto Wallin, pretty experienced. He fought Dominic Brazil, a guy Wilder knocked out in one round. I was at that fight. I think that's a dangerous fight for Joshua, primarily because I truly, and this could just be me, if you agree with me, let me know in the comments section, but I'm not fully sold on Joshua in recent memory. I in fact think that since the Andy Ruiz Jr. loss, Joshua, his confidence has not seemed back, at least to me. It seems like there's something missing, something mentally that's missing, where he doesn't look like the same formidable fighter that was 13-0, 14-0, knocking out all the guys on the way up. He looks like his confidence is in the Klitschko fight, and then later on in, you know, other fights like Carlos Takam, and primarily the Ruiz fight, and definitely the Usyk fights. It's just like these fights have taken away something from Joshua. And you look at his last outing, he had a guy that was thought to be kind of a walkover opponent, somebody he should easily beat in Robert Helenius. Wilder knocked him out in one round. And I told you, for Eddie Hearns and Anthony Joshua, it was almost a foolish fight to take, because there was no real upside to fighting a guy like Robert Helenius. He's kind of dangerous. He ruined Adam Kaunaki's career, beating him twice. And Wilder, after that, had knocked him out. They've sparred before, Wilder and Helenius. Wilder knocked him out in one round. So as far as I'm concerned, it's virtually impossible for Joshua to have outdone Wilder. I mean, the best he could do is match Wilder, which his style is not even the same as Wilder. So the best, at the very, least, the best he could have done is to knock out Helenius in one round to try to outdo Wilder. But Wilder literally threw two punches, the second connected flush, and Robert Helenius was asleep snoring. So, and that was all in the first round. So it's really going to be hard to show that up. And the thing is, Wilder has crazy, like almost borderline unnecessary power. Like he just could put you to sleep. Most guys in boxing, even the power punchers, they don't necessarily possess that where they're putting you to sleep. You know, they can hurt you and they can knock you out, and, you know, one punch can get some things going. But most people in boxing don't have it like that, where guys like Wilder, Gervonta Davis, Beterbiev, they can kind of rock you with one single shot and you might be done for after that. Nail Inoue is another guy that I feel like has that zapping punching power that he can do a lot with single shots. But outside of a handful of guys, most guys, even with power, they're not really like that. So Joshua, I just thought it was a bad fight for him to take because the barometer is going to be there. People are going to compare, since Wilder had recently fought Helenius, and they're going to compare his first round knockout. And then you're sitting up here, Joshua's fighting Helenius, and Joshua's face is busted up. His nose is bleeding. He's losing rounds. So I just didn't understand making that particular fight. So to go from fast forward to the future, he did end up eventually catching Helenius and knocking out Helenius. To go from that to a guy like Otto Wallin, who I think he's more skillful than Helenius. He's decently big, 6'5", 6'6", so almost the same size as Helenius, but he's more of a boxer. So if he gave Tyson Fury issue, he can definitely give Joshua a problem. And if the goal is to make Anthony Joshua versus Wilder, I think that's a dangerous. I mean, Joseph Parker, I respect him as a fighter, but I think Wilder should handle Joseph Parker, you know, given everything. Joseph Parker also recently knocked out by Joe Joyce. And then outside of the Joe Joyce, a lot of his recent competition has not been a Wilder level person. So I would definitely favor a guy like Wilder, even though, you know, both fights, I guess you could say, would be somewhat competitive. But for me, if you're trying to make Wilder versus Joshua, that might be a little bit too dangerous for Joshua, because even if Joshua wins, if he wins like he won versus Helenius, where he's arguably losing or not looking good or underperforming or underwhelming, and then he turns it around and wins, I think that's going to hurt a fight with Wilder. So, you know, I understand Saudi's trying to get in the mix with boxing, but they got to learn about the matchmaking, because if you're trying to build a mega fight and a guy like Joshua, just from what I've seen, not Wilder, because Wilder showed crazy heart even in his loss to Tyson Fury, his losses to Tyson Fury. But for a guy like Joshua, it's like you almost have to give him a walkover like cupcake, because that might be too much pressure. So the fight is not finalized as of right now. We will see what happens and if they're able to get it finalized. Anytime it's these fights in Saudi Arabia, I'm not fully convinced that they 100% will get closed and done, because we've seen a lot of these examples where they say, oh, you know, Tyson Fury and Joshua is a thing for Saudi Arabia, and to this day they've never fought. So we'll see what's next, but that's the latest. Joshua and Wilder could appear on the same card. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Subscribe to my channel. I'm the best in the business, and it's not even close in a month. Introducing Super Thanks right here on the official Boxingego YouTube. Super Thanks allows you, the viewers, to show a little bit of extra gratitude, which enables me as a full-time content creator to push out the content you need in the world of boxing. Underneath all the videos, you will see a heart with a $sign in it. You can enter any amount that you find suitable as a super thanks. A brand new interactive and colorful way to get your comments highlighted and noticed by not only myself, but other people on the YouTube platform. Super thanks, a unique and cool way to show and applaud us full-time content creators. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Super thanks. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working.